wrestling fans, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Special Robert's topic here. I was on Yahoo over the weekend. I noticed a topic, discussion, topic, article, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get into exactly who it was and name or anything, because I don't want any ramifications from that, but I will give you the title of the article. And if you go on Twitter, at Rob Sports Show, that's at Rob Sports Show. I actually tweeted out the article in its entirety. You can read all about it. The title of it is How the WWE Missed a Golden Opportunity with the CWC. Some little excerpts of this here that I wrote down. Void of any soap opera storylines, no magic tricks, no unbelievable stunts, no larger-than-life characters. In the mainstream pro wrestling industry, it's the larger-than-life characters, high-spot stunts, and the tricks that sell tickets. CWC proves that is not the only formula that can work. With being added to the Raw, CWC loses the special element that made it unique. First off, the CWC is not getting, Cruiserweight Classic is not getting added to Raw. The Cruiserweight division is getting added to Raw. So that's kind of, misleading right there. For now, the WWE has missed a golden opportunity to let the CWC stand on its own as the WWE Network's second exclusive brand, second to NXT. Could have had WWE Cruiserweight title plus the light heavyweight title. CWC could have given WWE another pipeline for talent. Everybody's freedom of speech, the First Amendment gives everyone the right to their own opinion. This is going to be my opinion. That's this person's opinion. Here's my opinion. The CWC, the Cruiserweight Classic, was not about a new brand. It was not about creating a CWC brand. It was about a tournament. Like there's other indie tournaments out there. You bring in 32 of the, quote, best Cruiserweights in the world to your WWE universe. The generic WWE fan doesn't know these guys. I knew 9 of them. And I watched Lucha Underground. I watched New Japan Pro Wrestling. I've seen PWG. I've seen Evolve. I've heard of all these other big indie factions out there, or whatever the hell you want to call them, companies. Pro wrestling goes back to when they had territories. There wasn't the global phenomenon known as WWE. There was territories. There was Jim Crockett Promotions in the South. There was Georgia Championship Wrestling. There was WWF in the North. There was NWA here. There was this here, there. You had Harley Race. You had Sonny Myers, which I guarantee most wrestling fans never heard of. Harley Race, you had Sonny Myers. These kind of guys who wrestled local territories. Harley Race, Ric Flair. They would wrestle in a territory, win a title, take that title to another territory, and go against their best. Once WWE and Vince McMahon Jr. took over, he started buying up all these territories. His vision, which I've read in articles, was to have what he has now. Not what his dad had, a little northeast, little territory in the Northeast, and then Jim Crockett Promotions ended up morphing with Georgia Championship Wrestling, which morphed into World Championship Wrestling, WCW, owned by Ted Turner, which Vince bought. So all these indie promotions we have now, the PWGs of the world, Pro Wrestling Noahs of the world, the Evolves of the world, the Dragon Gate USA, Dragon Gate, New Japan, all the stuff in Europe. There's just so many little places where guys can go. They wrestle in TNA, they'll wrestle in PWG, Evolve, Dragon Gate, Pro Wrestling Noah, Combat Zone Wrestling, they just go all over. This tournament, to me, was about other tournaments. PWG's biggest tournament, the Battle of Los Angeles. A lot of it, they get all the indie stars all the big indie stars to go there. Some of the winners of Battle of Los Angeles, Zack Sabre Jr., we all know who he is. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic. Ricochet, who refused to go to the Cruiserweight Classic because he wanted to go to the New Japan Super Juniors tournament. Plus, he was under contract for a 3rd season as Prince Puma on Lucha Underground. Adam Cole. Hey, you guys in WWE fans might know this name. Sami Zayn has won the PWG Battle of Los Angeles. The New Japan Super Juniors tournament, won by Ricochet in the past. Finn Balor has won it. Kota Ibushi has won it. And a guy named, what's his name? One of the original cruiserweights in WCW. Oh yeah, Chris Benoit has won the Super Junior best of the Super Juniors in New Japan. New Japan has another tournament called the Super J Cup, which has been won by Chris Benoit, Jushin Thunder Liger. They have a Super Juniors tag tournament, which last was won by Matt Sydal, formerly known as Evan Bourne, and Ricochet. What WWE has done here with this CWC, it's the first annual tournament, comparable to those tournaments, to bring in people that no one's heard of or the average WWE fan has never heard of or seen, and promote them. You know what? Like I said, there's 9 people in this tournament that I'd heard of. 6 of them that I ever seen wrestle. Here's some guys that I haven't seen before till this tournament that I just became a good fan of. Akira Tozawa, Dragon Gate, where he's wrestled at. Brian Kendrick, we all know who Brian Kendrick is. WWF, WWE, Ring of Honor, TNA, New Japan. Cedric Alexander, knew who he was, great in Ring of Honor. Grand Malik, never heard of this guy in my life. From CMLL and New Japan, I'm a Grand Malik fan right now. Jack Gallagher, never heard of him. Grand Pro Wrestling, Future Shock, all British companies. Johnny Gargano, oh yeah, I know who Johnny Wrestling is. PWG, Chikara, Dragon Gate USA, Evolve, and Ring of Honor. Lindsay Dorado, hadn't heard of this guy. Chikara, TNA, Full Impact Pro. Noam Dar, Pro Wrestling Elite, NC Championship Wrestling, and Progress Wrestling. Rich Swann, heard of him, never really seen him. CZW, Dragon Gate, PWG, Evolve, FI, Full Impact Pro, and NWA. Tommaso Ciampa. Of course I know who Tommaso Ciampa is. Him and Jerry Gargano, one of the greatest tag teams in NXT right now, DIY. Wrestled in WWE before he was Tommaso Ciampa. Ring of Honor, Chaotic Wrestling. TJ Perkins, formerly known as Manic, formerly known as Suicide. Knew who he was from TNA, Evolve, All Pro, Ring of Honor, New Japan, PWG. These are the 11 guys that WWE has signed for the Cruiserweight division on Raw. Some other notables from the tournament who I had never heard of until this tournament that I'm a fan of, that I want WWE to sign. Drew Gulak, whatever you pronounce it. Kota Ibushi, I knew he was, but he needed to sign him. Sean Maluta, no idea who this guy was. First round matchup versus Kota Ibushi. I knew who Ibushi was. I'm like, okay, we'll see what this match turns out to be. Sean Maluta, oh hell no. A 4-star match against Kota Ibushi. And oh, by the way, he's got family pedigree. The Wild Samoans Alpha from the Wild Samoans, this is his boy. So he's part of the Rock, family, and the Yokozuna, the Roman Reigns, Anui, whatever you pronounce that, part of that family of wrestling. And he's got talent. Tony Nese, indie guy, bounced around here and there. I think he's had a cup of coffee in a couple different companies. I thought he's very talented, also known as Anthony Nese. Tyson Dukes, good, talented wrestler. I think he deserves a shot somewhere. Zack Sabre Jr., we all know how good he was in the tournament, if you've seen the tournament. Anthony Bennett and Hari Daivari, Sean Daivari's brother. Sean Daivari, former WWE superstar. What I'm getting at is the CWC wasn't an golden opportunity missed. The CWC was an opportunity to become like these other indie companies that have these tournaments that people want to go to. If you go to the CWC, the Cruiserweight Classic, in the future, you can get a shot at WWE without hanging years and years like Samoa Joe and Nakamura in NXT. You go to the tournament, you do good, you get all the way to the roster, okay, you're going to do it. You can get the best of the best. It's just another avenue for fans to see wrestlers they've never seen before, so when they come up to Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown, they already have a fan base. Some of these guys, if Akira Tozawa would have walked out on Raw, I'd be like, who the fuck is this? If he would have walked on NXT TV, I watch NXT every week, I mean, what the hell's this? But because you had the opportunity, you know what you're going to see is people you've never seen before. It was must-watch TV for me. There wasn't an opportunity missed. there's an opportunity gained, and the future is bright for the second annual WWE Cruiserweight Classic. That's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Make sure you check out all Robert Sports Show content, NFL, NCAA, NASCAR, Major League Baseball playoff preview coming up, NBA season preview, NHL season preview, and pro wrestling reviews, previews, etc., with 2 shows a month for WWE, plus topic shows, plus top 10s. There will be a lot of content on Robert Sports Show. So as always, thanks for watching. Don't just have a great night. Have an American